Okay, we're ready to map some art. So for F3 of our soda can, what we're going to do is put a label on the can. And this is a fun little feature, but you need to make a label first, and labels have to be symbols. So I'm going to scoot over here to the right and just make just a plain old white rectangle, nothing fancy, white rectangle. And in our symbols panel, I'm going to go grab my little symbol of my little guy here, okay? My big guy here. I'm going to hold down shift and pull from the corner and make him smaller. Just going to kind of stick him on the label a little bit so he's there. Obviously, you could mess with this and add extra stuff. I'm not going to. We're just going to kind of slap it on there. Okay? So there we go. Got him on there. He's kind of in the middle. He's not too big. Group it, or just select them both, and then drag it into the symbols panel. I'm going to call it label. And then I'm actually going to delete it off of here because I don't need it here. As long as it's in my symbols panel, that's all I need. Okay, so that's it. That's that part. Now we're going to click back on our can, and we need to bring back up that appearance panel again. The appearance panel is also one of the shortcut buttons here. It looks kind of like a sunshine. I'm going to click on that, and we're going to click on that 3D revolve again because that's the effect, but we're going to edit the effect. One of the buttons that was at the bottom there earlier was map art, and that's what you have to use to put artwork on the can. So I'm going to click on map art, and then there's surfaces, and depending on your can, you're going to have different number of surfaces. I've had some with a lot of surfaces, but you're going to click next, and notice there's a red mesh showing as you go through this, okay? And eventually it's going to get, there we go. See this big red mesh is going over the whole side of my can? That's what you want. You want the mesh that's covering that side, okay? Then where it says symbol and none, you're going to click on that, and then go choose your label. It should slap it on there. And it's, as you can see, it puts it in the middle, which is actually going to be over on the other side. So you can pick it up and scoot it over. And then, of course, you can scale it up and down as needed. And then you just kind of position it however you want. Now, the coolest way to do this is to press the shade artwork button. But the shade artwork button is like, it's going to give it the shading and like all of that stuff on the label, which looks the coolest. But if you have a slow computer, you may start bogging down the machine with it. So just bear in mind. All right, now let's say you put the label on the wrong side. All you have to do is hit clear or clear all to just delete anything that you stuck on there. And you could repeat this process. If I had a pattern I wanted to go on the bottom of this can, I could put the pattern on the bottom as well. So you could have more than one. You just have to go to the side that you need it on. Okay? And then you just move it around. So I will go ahead and attempt to shade the artwork here just so you can see what it looks like. You can see right now it's kind of flat looking. If I click shade artwork, see how it's got gray so that the light hits the symbol just like it hits the can. Okay? I'm going to hit OK, and then OK again, and then bam, we're done. And see, notice that shading, it didn't work out great. I got some lines in there that aren't perfect. Even if I zoom up, you can see those lines are in there. So, you know, the shading is super memory intensive and sometimes just doesn't work out like you want it. And I can always go back in, find that surface. It was surface 10, I think, on mine. No, 9. You know, and I can uncheck that shade artwork and then, you know, just let it be. You know, and you can like it that way. And so anyway, you can just get different results depending on what's going on. And remember, this is all still an editable shape. So at any point in time, I can control Y and just turn that off so I can look at it. And I can change any of this, right? I can make it taller. I could go in and add an additional piece somewhere. Whatever I want to do. And when I press Control Y, it's going to re-render it based on those new settings. Likewise, I can still always click on that 3D revolve, rotate it around so it's a different angle. Now, if you rotate it too much, you may end up getting your label to where you can't see your label, and you may have to go back and move your artwork around. So that's the only thing that you got to kind of be really careful about, is you might not like the position of that artwork as you go. But that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all you got to do to create a 3D object and to add a label or any type of artwork to it. Give it a save and you're good to go.